Guys, hello. How is everybody doing today? I am Heather, and we do come to you live each and every day. So you learn more about Luminess, what we have to offer, the ins and the outs of airbrushing. And it's a way for you to ask questions and see it being done as we go along. And so we always like to cover the basics. We always like to cover the beginnings of the starter kit and how to get started. Good morning, Veronica. And so we always do that. So we always cover. Hello, Cindy. Um, we always cover the beginning because we know that people are at different levels and different stages. I am back. Just to give you a brief scenario of what happened. Good morning, Luminess. So I was supposed to be on vacation. Lily and I were going to take a little trip, be gone, have some family time, and we both got sick. So before we even left, good morning, Andrea. Before we even left, she tested positive. I tested positive, so we are better, but she tested negative today, so we are looking on the upswing. Jenny just said, morning, how do you cover blemishes? All right, Jenny, we will cover that for sure. For sure, we're going to cover that. So just so you guys know, we're on Facebook and on YouTube. And I see comments from each. And so if you see me answering questions that you're like, who's she talking to? That's why. And so just so you guys know. So we are going to go over that. I will talk about covering blemishes. What you get in your starter kit, you're going to get well, let's go over that real quick. Let me show you one of our starter kits. This is the Icon. We also have the Icon Pro and the Legend. But of course, everybody knows about the Breeze. So we have the Breeze, and we have, it comes with the 2 bottles of foundation, Love, and blush. So it comes with everything you need. And then I love to go over, because I want to talk about the blush, and the blush is super high pigmented. You only need a couple of drops, and then that's it. And then Love is something, it's a hydrating illuminator. It's going to give your skin some luminosity, but it might not be something you use every single day. I use it more in the summer than anywhere else. So we'll go over that. And then this is, where to go? This is how we want you to get started. So these steps right here, when you're doing it, you want to make sure to hold this 4 finger widths away, that you're going to keep moving. You're never in one spot twice. Like, you're not going to sit here and go cover. No, you can cover it and then keep going. And then you're going to slightly pull back on the trigger. And so we're going to go over that. Let's see. Morning from San Francisco. Good morning, Sandra. Love the breeze. To certain time, they're never in stock. I'm getting frustrated. It's been going on for quite. I know, babe. I'm so sorry. I will. I'll see if I can find an answer for you. But yeah, I know that is frustrating. All right, so let me pull out. Let's see. Let's do. I was going to do some pre-coverage, and pre-coverage is one of those stages where you could like go and cover, work and covering imperfections. Now, the way airbrush makeup goes on, it's like little dots, little pixels going all over your face. And so what you have, what you need to do is, coverage is done by light passes. Okay. So you can go in and make those light passes, but the key is barely pulling down on that trigger. And I know that sounds like, okay, whatever, but I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but 9 times, I would say 9.9 times, people get this home and they still pull down all the way on the trigger, because we're having to retrain our brains into thinking airbrush versus traditional makeup. Okay. So with traditional makeup, we're used to seeing it. We're used to seeing that opaqueness, and that's not what we want to see with airbrush makeup. It goes on in light passes. So it doesn't matter how hot it is outside, your makeup's not going to melt off because of how it goes on. Airbrush makeup lasts for 17 to 18 hours. It's going to stay put. But if you're putting it on like traditional makeup, then no, it's not, because you're not putting it on the correct way. And don't expect to be an expert the very first time you use it. You're going to have to practice. So don't get frustrated. Don't base your opinion on the first time you use it, because I guarantee nobody was an expert the very first time they used airbrush. All right. So I am going to go in and I'm going to use Glow as my pre-coverage, because I'm going to do it under my eyes, because being locked, I still have like COVID brain, I guess, where you're not like 100%. I feel like I'm one step behind. And then I've been locked in a house for 10 days with a 7-year-old. So that will hit you. But anyway, so I'm going to turn this on. I just put, well, let me show you this real quick. This is the product I put in. So it's Glow, and Glow is hot. It's a highlighter. Okay. But I am going to use it as coverage. Now, this is the color. Okay. That is how light of the shade that I'm using. Okay. That's not how I want to apply it, but I just wanted to show you the cover there with the color of it. All right. So now, and I'm only going to do one side right now. So I'm going to go under my eyes. And as soon as I hear it and feel it, I'm moving down and moving down. So I can bring this down all the way to here. And then I'm going to cover my nose, because I have like redness and broken capillaries. I can even do like a brow highlight, or even, my lids are normally darker. And so, but I haven't had to wear makeup for a whole week. But see how it's just starting to lighten up? Now I can go back here, make another pass. So can you kind of start seeing the change? That's what we want. We want it to gradually happen, not bam. Because if we're pulling back too hard, then you're going to see what you saw down here. You're going to see that white. And so you want to make sure that you're spraying super, super light. Okay. And again, I can say that till I'm blue in the face, but make sure you're spraying light. One way I would practice is to put water in here and airbrush water on your face. If you can airbrush water on your face and your face is not running down with the water, then you have a better handle on it, because water does weigh heavier than the makeup. Hey, Pam, how are you? Water weighs heavier than the makeup, and so it's going to be heavier. Your face is going to be wet, but we just don't want it running down. Make sense? Okay, now I'm going to go back, same side. Do a little bit more on my brow, but see how this is starting to lighten up? Not much of a change, but this side I look alive and this side not so much, but this side I'm starting to look alive. I'm starting to kind of Did I have a good vacation? No, I did not. I did not get to go on my vacation because me and my daughter were quarantined for 10 days. Luckily, it happened before vacation and not at vacation. So yeah, our vacation was canceled. All right, so now go back under the eyes, lighten up those a little bit more on my lid. There is a timer that will go off if you leave the icon on for too long. All right. So see how things are starting to look alive. So think about this. If I put a concealer or a highlighter under my eyes, I would have to, a traditional one, then I would have to blend it out. This blends as it's going on. It's blending for you. So you're getting the end result of traditional makeup with airbrush, if that makes sense, okay? Because you would put it on, you would see that opaqueness, blend it out, blend it out, blend it out, no demarcation line, blend it out, blend it out, blend it out. But with this, you're skipping that step. This is blending for you. So we're bam, 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 blending. There's no demarcation line. There should be no demarcation line, and you just keep going. Is airbrush better for your skin than traditional makeup? 100% yes. For sure, it's better for your face for a couple of reasons. One, we're not touching our face. And so we're not like digging that makeup into pores and wrinkles and crinkles and all of that. So we're not having that battle with it. Our makeup is also water and mineral based, so it's going to be better for your skin. We're also using 10 times less makeup. And so using 10 times less makeup, obviously that's going to be better for your skin. But the biggest thing with airbrush makeup, I feel, is it's not going to look heavy or cakey. Now, I can give you that look of that, some people like that done look, that beat face. And we can do that with airbrush. There's some other steps that you want to do with that. So you can have that solid, like beat face. But it's still going to be better because of the fact we're not touching our face. So, I mean, how many times have you heard people, oh, don't pull on your face, don't pull on your face, don't, you're going to cause wrinkles, don't put your hands up. We're not touching our face. So we're not having that constant pull on our face. We are going to touch our face and we'll wash our face, but we're not having to pull and rub and blah, blah, blah. So a Facebook user, which I don't know who it is, said, how can I buy this? Well, go to Luminess Cosmetics, and I'll put it in here. Or if Luminess is still on, can you put luminesscosmetics.com? And there's ways that you can purchase this. There are ways, let me grab this, to purchase as far as like, we have a kind of a try before you buy, where you pay a certain amount for 30 days and then we bill you. Do not think whatever, it's either $19.99 or $29.99. Don't think that this system is $19.99 or $29.99. If it costs that much, it wouldn't be worth squat. Come on, let's be real. If it does everything we say, and it does everything we say it's going to do, you're going to get the coverage. It's better for your skin. It's not going to cost $29.99. Okay, so know that is a trial. You can try it for 30 days and then you can make payment. So if you go there, now you can buy it outright. So just know that. And they still might, do they still have, hold on, let me check. I'm going to see if they have some deals going on for the 4th of July. I haven't checked yet. Hold on, guys, I'm checking. You can try it right now for $19.95. They do have the try, and it is the Breeze, and you get the 2 bottles of foundation. So yeah, they have those deals going on. And then man, they got some good deals. Velvet Veil is on sale. Oh, they're okay. So I'm like looking at all this. I'm like, oh. So right now, the Breeze trial, the 30-day trial, you get the Breeze 2 shades of eyeshadow or 2 shades of foundation, Love and Blush. That's standard in every kit. But then you get the eye and lip palette and the rose, Bulgarian Rose Serum, which is amazing. The Velvet Veil's on sale. Tanning tonic. Our Persuasion eyeliners are only $10. So that's crazy. So I would go and check those out immediately. And then guys, also know that we do offer classes. We do small group classes on Mondays and Wednesdays at noon Central Time. And you can always jump in on those if you're having problems. Even if you haven't even got your system yet, you can still take the class, because I show you how to do it. You don't do it with me. And so that way you get to see, like, okay, I go into a little bit more details on how to practice and what it's about to kind of show you a few different things. So there you go. When can I become? Oh, Lori, I don't know, babe. All right. so now I'm using the Rose Shade 3, and now I'm going to go and make my passes. So I start here, and then I start making my passes. Bubble this up a little bit. And make sure, guys, especially with the rose serum, you need to make sure that you do shake that up. Some of the pigments, some of the products that we have a higher pigment, and so you do want to make sure to shake them up. So I'm just making passes, going back and forth. I feel like there's a space right there. Okay. Lori, I don't know. Who were you talking? I don't know who to talk to about that. So I'd have to find that out for you. I don't know that information. All right. So now that I made my passes, now I have the coverage that I want. And so now you can finish with airbrush makeup, or you can do traditional makeup. You can work up to that. I love our Cut 1 palettes, our Cut 1 and Cut 2. And so I'm going to go in and do a little bit of contouring. I seriously have not put makeup on in over a week. It feels so weird. Lori, have you talked to somebody about it? All right. So now I did a little bit of contouring. Now I'm going to go in and with the Cut 1 and Cut 2, there's also a shimmer. And so with that, it's Vanilla Bean in the Cut 1. I'm going to do it right here on the top and down my nose. Blend that out a little bit more. Like there's a big line right there. And then, just because I grabbed it, I'm going to use the nude eyeshadow palette. The new nude eyeshadow palette. It feels weird. I mean, like, makeup is something I put on, like, a lot. I put it on quite a bit. And so not doing it for a week, I was so sick, I didn't think about it. But putting it on, I was like, oh, wait. Okay. So now I'm going to blend here. And I'm using like the terracotta color. And when you're doing eyeshadow, like, see, that looks kind of jacked up right now. But guys, you can put it on, and then it is all about blending. It's all about blending. So I can put it on however I want to. Like, even if I did and just stuck it on with my finger, I can still go back with my blending brush. Go back and forth and blend it out. So it's not necessarily how you put it on initially, it's the blending. And then I do have a paper towel that I end up kind of wiping the brush through just to get the excess off. And then I'll go in with a flat. And go underneath. I always use eyeshadow underneath. I just like it. It's softer, less harsh on, and no pulling. That's the big thing I like, is there's no pulling of it where you have to like pull your eye and be harsh underneath there. So it's just a softer look. And then now going to my trusty dusty rose. And filling that in. I did have a little bit of a gloss on, so it's not going to go on as bold. Let's see if I can wipe some of that off. Do a little bit today. And then take my, move these bottles out of the way, and then have to do mascara. Have to do mascara. I was like, should I get lash extensions? When you're staring at yourself with no makeup on for a week, I was like, should I get lash extensions? Cannot seem to get the blending down. For the eyeshadow, Zandra, is that what you're talking about? Is that you're talking about the eyeshadow? Hold on, I'm going to show you. I just want to add a little bit of mascara. And I'll show you some tricks. Okay. All right. Mascara makes a difference. I look alive. I'm alive. Okay, so a couple of things about blending. One, I feel like you can get away with a whole bunch, but there's certain brushes I have to have. And one is this one right here. This is a blending brush. So see how it tapers? It goes like this and it tapers down. And so what that does is it blends, right? Okay, this is the other one, an angled brush here. Can't do makeup without these. So with this blending, you don't want to do this. You want to put the makeup on this way. And remember that first spot that you hit is where most of the makeup's going to go. So do it on the outside. I never pick up my brush, but I'm not pushing hard either. So I'm just placing it here, and then you're just going to move it back and forth like a windshield wiper and just keep going and keep blending. And then I do take my tissue, I'll do that, and then go back. One way to practice that you can practice is when I took a makeup class a long time ago, I'm using a lip liner, but you can use an eye, like if you had an eyeliner, and just do something like that on there. Like just bam. Then take your brush and practice blending that out. So I'm just taking this and I'm blending. And then you can start blending that out. And so that way it shows you how, but although it doesn't move very well, but just put some on, like put some eyeshadow on like this, and then just start. Dust it off and just keep doing it that way. That way, with this brush, it moves the eyeshadow. It moves it where it'll blend that out for you. So first step is to make sure that you have the right brush. If I was doing like a flat eyeshadow brush like that, that's going to be, you could do it, but it's going to be harder to blend because there's not going to be a lot of movement. This allows some movement when blending. So, all right. Well, guys, it's so great to see everybody back, and we'll be back tomorrow. Hope everybody had a great weekend, safe weekend, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, all right? All right, great to see you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.